Genesis chapter 38 from the Bishop's Bible. About that time Judas went down from his brethren, and gat him to a man called Hirah of Adulam. And there he saw the daughter of a man called Selah, a Chanaanite, and he toke her, and went in to her. And she conceived, and bare a son, and called his name Er. And she conceived again, and bare a son, and called him Onan. And she conceived again, and bare yet a son, whom she called Selah. And he was at Chezib when she bare him. And Judas gave Er his firstborn son a wife, whose name was Thamar. And Er, Judas' firstborn son, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judas said unto Onan, Go in to thy brother's wife, and marry her, that thou mayest stir up seed unto thy brother. And when Onan perceived that the seed should not be his, therefore when he went in to his brother's wife, he spilled it on the ground, and gave not seed unto his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him also. Then said Judas to Thamar his daughter-in-law, Remain a widow at thy father's house, till Selah my son be grown. For he said, Lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did. And Thamar went and dwelt in her father's house. And in the process of time, the daughter of Selah, Judas' wife, died. Then Judas, when he had left mourning, went unto his sheep-shearers to Thamar, he and his friend Hirah of Adulam. And one told Thamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Thamar to shear his sheep. And she put her widow's garments off from her, and covered her with a veil, and disguised herself, and sate her down in an open place, which is by the wayside to Thamar, for because that she saw Selah was growing, and she was not given unto him to wife. When Judas saw her, he thought it had been an harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned to her unto the way, and said, Come, I pray thee, let me lie with thee. For he knew not that it was his daughter-in-law. And she answered, What wilt thou give me for to lie with thee? Then said he, I will send thee a kid from the flock. She said, Then give me a pledge till thou send it. He said, What pledge shall I give thee? She said, Thy signet, thy bracelet, and thy staff that is in thine hand. And he gave it her, and lay by her, and she was with child by him. And she gat up, and went, and put her veil from her, and put on her widow's raiment. And Judas sent the kid by his friend Adulam, for to receive his pledge again from the woman's hand. But he found her not. Then asked he the men of the same place, saying, Where is the harlot that sate openly by the way's side? They answered, There is no harlot here. And came therefore to Judah again, and said unto him, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said, that there was no harlot there. And Judah said, Let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent the kid, and thou hast not found her. And it came to pass, after 3 months, one told Judah, saying, Thamar, thy daughter-in-law, hath played the harlot, and with playing the harlot is become great with child. And Judah said, Bring her forth, that she may be brent. And when they brought her forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, By the man unto whom these things pertain am I with child. And said also, Look, I pray thee, whose are these? This seal, and this bracelet, and this staff. And Judah acknowledged them, and said, she hath been more righteous than I, because I gave her not Selah my son, and he lay with her no more. But when the time was come that she should be delivered, behold, there was 2 twins in her womb. And when she travailed, the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound a red thread about it, saying, This is come out first. And he plucked his hand back again, and behold, his brother came out. And she said, Wherefore hast thou rent a rent upon thee? And called his name Phares. Afterward came out his brother, that had the red thread about his hand, and his name was called Zara.